Do you want to know what it's like to play Jackpot 7 in Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, basically, here's how it is. Oh, look at here. We're just gonna we're a bunch of hooligans. We're just gonna snatch up the game here. And that's pretty much all it is. Now let's get into this fucking deck profile. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the monsters, of course. Because, everyone always does. So here's the monsters. We got the hooligans. Look at these boys. That's a girl. Look at these 4 dudes, and then this one female. Gotta be inclusive around here, okay? So basically, these are the boss monsters. This is the boss monster. I know, it's a weak-ass monster, but it's the key card in the deck, aside from Jackpot 7. You give this to your opponent, and then you crash into it, and you take damage. Then you have to send 1 spell card from your deck to your graveyard. You send Jackpot 7. Because it's owned by the opponent, when you give it to control of them, you win the game because they technically sent Jackpot 7. That's all that I use them for. And next up we got Eater of Millions. We don't need an extra deck in this deck for obvious reasons. Eater of Millions is just a hard card to out. I'm not going to say any more than that. Swift Scarecrow. Look how swift this boy is. Look at him go. That's all he does. Alright, moving on to the spells. So we got 9 monsters. We don't need many monsters in this deck. We need more spells than anything. We got the main card itself. Oh yeah. Jackpot 7. In an ideal world, since Harpy's Feather Duster just came off the list, let's say I'm going first, and I open up with these 3. Where's the third one? With these 3. Set all 3 of them. Pass my turn. My opponent hits me with Harpy's Feather Duster. Oh, all those got destroyed? Oh, you just destroyed 3 Jackpot 7s. Now, what happens when these cards get sent to the graveyard? Well, if they get sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, they banish themselves. And if all 3 of them are banished, because they were sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you win the game. So gimmicky. Don't play this deck, okay? Unless you really want to. It's fun, but you're not gonna win, okay? You might sneak away with a victory. Somehow I beat Monarchs. I took first at a locals when Monarchs were just released and at their prime. I don't know how the hell I did that, but it's my crowning achievement in Yu-Gi-Oh! It happened, I swear. I have witnesses. But this deck's never going to win again, okay? You might sneak out a victory, but don't run this. Don't run this. Okay? Moving on. Now we got... Oh yeah, Hippo Carnival. Look at this. See, we gotta have something to slam into the hooligans. Because we give this to my opponent, and then I use this, summon 3 tokens in attack position, use all 3 tokens to slam into this, take damage yourself, and every time you take damage from these hooligans, you mill a spell card from your deck. Boom! You mill the Jackpot 7 with the 3 Carnival Hippo boys. They got lipstick. I need to be more inclusive around here. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Alright, moving on. Oh, this one here. This is for that one Grand Maju player. Yeah! We all know what Mystic Mind does. I'm not even going to talk about it. Alright, Pot of Extravagance. Of course. You know I run this. We don't need the extra deck. I've already said it. I don't even need to talk about that one. I already mentioned that one before. Same with this card here. Even though I don't think I talked about this one, I'm pretty sure I just said I wasn't going to talk about it, and then I, fucked it off. Alright, next up. I'm really interested in this card, actually. Quiet Life. I brought it up before. I actually think this is a pretty neat card. See, like, on my turn, I activate Quiet Life. Then I can normal summon, or I don't even need to normal summon. I can just activate Quiet Life. Then my opponent can't normal summon if they're going to special summon, and then they can't special summon if they already normal summoned. It locks them into either or. They can't do both with Quiet Life. That's all I need to talk about it. Don't need to say any more than that. Here's another key card in the deck. We got plenty of key cards in this deck. This one here, Creature Swap. This card's actually really pretty damn good. I mean, think about it this way. Let's say my opponent has a Dragoon on the field. And that's the only monster they have. Let's say they have one Dragoon on the field, which Dragoon is like one of the strongest fucking overpowered goddamn monsters in this card game right now. And let's say all I got is the Hooligans. Obviously, I can't beat Dragoon with the fucking Hooligans, okay? I just can't, there's just no way. And then I just Creature Swap. Now, Dragoon can't be targeted. Creature Swap does not target. It forces a player to choose one monster they control and then switch control of that monster with one of the monsters that their opponent chose. So I would choose Burglars, and they would have no choice but to choose Dragoon. Creature Swap doesn't target, right? Like, I'm not wrong about this, am I? I might need to look this up. I don't do checks here. I don't do fact checking here. I just go with my gut. A card that's not as good as Creature Swap, it's actually kind of shit. Sheehan Spy. Basically what it does is Creature Swap, but instead of my opponent swapping, only I swap. So, I mean, it can help me push for that whole Jackpot 7 going for game. Like, if I have these guys out, the Hooligans, and gal, I'm sorry, and I can push for game because I have the Hippo Carnival out, I can Sheehan Spy, give the Hooligans to my opponent, use the Hippos, slam into it, and then I win. Other than that, Sheehan Spy is just, it's nothing. Next up, we got Reinforcements of the Army. Grabs a level 4 or lower warrior type monster. The Hooligans, believe it or not, are warriors. Don't look like warriors to me, but that's what the card says, so I'm just going to believe it. So you can just use this to search out Hooligans. You can only run one of it, otherwise I'd be running 3 of it, trust me. Lastly, we got Scapegoats. Special summons 4 Scapegoat tokens in defense. The problem is you can't change it if they're in defense, and the turn you activate it, you can't summon anything else. But, let's say I activate on my opponent's turn, at the end phase, so I get 4 tokens. So coming around to my turn, I can normal summon, and then I can also change the goat's position. So I can change them to attack position, then maybe Sheehan Spy to give them the Hooligans, and then I can just use the Scapegoat tokens to just crash into these Hooligans. And then I drop the Jackpot 7s and I win. Other than that, Scapegoat doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it can be used to link climb, I guess, but we'll get into the extra deck. I got a real good extra deck here, so we'll get into that later. Next up, we got the traps. So that's it for the spells. 3 Waboku. 3. You can't take damage. That's all it does. You can't take damage the turn it's activated. You can activate it during your opponent's turn. Yeah. Oldie but goodie. Not really anything else. Threatening Roar is pretty much the same way. You activate it, your opponent cannot declare an attack that turn. Protects you for a turn. It probably end up getting negated because there's like 1,000 negates in this game now. That's all the game is. Like I said, this deck's not. You can't run this deck anymore. Okay, it's just you're just not gonna win with it. I mean, you might squeak out it. Okay, Metaverse gets out Mystic Mine. You know, because in case you just can't win with Jackpot 7, you just throw out the Mystic Mine and you set on it until your opponent outs it. You might be able to last a while and be able to build up some of your resources that you might need. But your opponent's probably just going to destroy the Mystic Mine. So, yeah. It's just in case. So, 40 cards, I think. I don't know. Who gives a shit? I counted as 40 cards, trust me. Now we'll move on to the most important part of the deck, the extra deck. Now you could probably run a pretty good extra deck with this, just because you run a lot of you can run like a lot of tokens things that summon tokens and stuff. So you could probably just link climb up to link 4 if you wanted to. Run a bunch of link monsters. Or you could even run a bunch of, what is the card? Waking the Dragon targets. Because we don't need the extra deck. And your opponent's going to be targeting your back row an awful lot. So if they hit Waking the Dragons, you could summon one of the many targets for Waking the Dragons. I don't do either of those, okay? I prefer the best option, and that is to just run the jankiest fucking extra deck as humanly possible. Basically, all it serves, its only purpose is to bring out Eater of Millions and use Pot of Extravagance. So here we go. We're gonna start it off strong here. The Rapid Horseman. Oh my god. Holy shit. He takes Battle Ox and Mystic Horseman. God damn. Now, Punished Eagle. Oh boy. If you think that's it, these ones have effects. Ambulance Rescue Roid. Look at that effect. It's a fucking paragraph. It's a fucking ambulance with a face. I'm not even going to read that effect. Get the fuck out of here. Now, we got Ojama King. Oh, yeah. That is just amazing. Just quality card right there. Okay, look, I know Ojamas is a popular deck for God knows what reason. I'm not trying to shit on anybody who uses Ojamas. This is a joke, okay? It's a joke. Next up, Moki King. Man, we just got the kings up in here. Yeah. Fuck them off. This next two, they're so good, I just had to run 2 of them. Gilda the D Knight. Oh my god, he's so cool. Damn, he's strong. I wonder why he's called the D Knight. I bet you could guess. Moving on. Oh man. This one might be the strongest one in the extra deck. Roaring Ocean Snake. Oh boy. I don't know if it gets any stronger than that. Let's find out. Alright, so you know the elemental heroes, right? Like how the masked heroes are pretty strong, like Darklaw and all those. There's some really good elemental hero fusions. These are not those. Okay, these are the weakest ones. Shit. Absolute horse shit. I don't know what any of these do. So mighty. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, this next one, this is a combo. We got some combo plays going on right here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. And lady. We got Super Robo Lady. And Super Roboyaru. Oh, man. I don't know what the hell they're supposed to do together. I'm pretty sure they like do something. And I don't know, I think their effects like swap them out or something. I don't fucking know, who cares? Alright, one more. We got one more fusion monster. Ray Musico. Oh yeah. Probably the best monster in the deck, honestly. He plays the guitar. Oh yeah. I can't read that. So awesome. That's the deck, guys. Why'd you watch this? This is pure dog shit. You wasted almost 15 minutes of your life watching this shit. Thank you very much for doing so. Thank you.